Right, so it's the 9th of September and we are on the East Yorkshire coast, a place called Speeton, which is just up the way from Filey. We've got a short walk today because the weather's a bit grim, so just a couple of hours along the coast, down the beach and then up to a camp spot that we found last year, not managed to get back to. So, we have John, his new hat. We have Richard, and yeah, so just a couple of hours, so we should be pitching up around 4 o'clock, I reckon. I can't get through there. I can't get through. I can't get through there.
How would you get through?
We're at the first hurdle, and we're fallen.
Right, so we've just hit the coast, we're at Reeton, and it's not that far, maybe a couple of miles at most, before we start heading up on the Headland Way. Well, that's certainly a big boulder, and that's fallen. But so it's 5 o'clock and we're all pitched up. We've been pitched up for around an hour, but I had a few alterations to make on my tent, which took me about 45 minutes. I got a new inner which I replaced all the Dyneema with shock cord, so it took me a little bit of time. But yes, we did a very short walk today. It was only 4 miles. Normally we're doing 3 times that, but as you can see, the weather's a bit grim. It's spitting with rain at the moment, and it has been doing for the last couple of hours, and I think it's going to be spitting for the next couple of hours, so it's not too bad though. So, enjoying your cider, John?
I am.
There's Rich over there on the coast, he's messing around with his drone. So, shelters, we have MLD Trail Start with the Ukwex double inner. It's got the high Cuban walls as well. It's a very nice inner, as you can see. Yeah, very nice. We've got John's Lightwave T20 Trail, nice 2-man tent. Not the lightest at 2 kilos, but pretty bomb proof and good for winter. And it's a good size as well. He's got his double bed in there, hasn't you? It looks like a double bed. So yeah, the fly sheet sits very low to the ground, as you can see, so that would avoid spin drift. And you've got vents here and 2 at the front, which you can also open or close depending on the conditions. And it's got 5 guy lines. Well, It's got 7 guy lines actually, but that's like a double. So yeah, nice tent. And here's mine. My excuse me, Seek Outside Silvertip 2-man pyramid tent. It's around 750 grams for the outer, and then you have the pole. Today I've actually got a dedicated pole in it rather than walking poles joined together, as you can see. And the nest is actually a Lux Hex Peak single nest, so that fits it really well. Like I say, a few adaptations on the shock cord, but yeah, all good. 2 doors on this as well, which is something I really like. You got one there and one there, so I could switch the in around to have the back against one of the zips, and then you've got the full front, so your inner won't get wet. As I've got it set up at the moment, you can get on either side. Richie's back. How's your drone footage?
Awesome as always.
That's because you are an awesome filmmaker. Right, so I'm going to grab a cider. If I cook, it'll be later because we had a nice big dinner. So.
Oh dear. What a fucking lunatic.
Well, good morning from the cliffs of the East Coast. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, and as you saw, there was no sunrise. It was still cloudy. It's clearing now though. But yeah, basically rained non-stop from us pitching up until around 10 o'clock last night, and then just as we went to bed it decided to stop. So we was pretty much in and out of the tents all night, which was not the best. It's always best to be on the cliffs or outside looking at the nice views instead of the 4 walls of a tent. But yeah, it was a good laugh. We enjoyed ourselves. I had a nice refreshing swim last night. North Sea was a bit nippy, but yeah, as you can see, tents are drenched still, so they're going to take a little bit of drying out, I think. I was woken up at 3 o'clock this morning by a fox barking. Got quite close actually, and then it disappeared, and was pretty much woken up on and off by Richie's snoring. Likes a good snore, don't you, Richie? So yeah, unfortunately, as you can see, we're pitched very close to each other. I'll normally try and escape to the other end of where we pitch, so I don't have to listen to Rich and John fighting for snoring supremacy.
What?
I said I don't like to listen to you and Rich fighting for snoring supremacy.
He wins every time.
Yeah, he does. So yeah, it was a good night. We enjoyed it, but it would have been better if it was dry. So yes, now it's time to pack up and head off to Bridlington and get ourselves a nice breakfast, which is definitely something I'm looking forward to. Right, so as always, leave no trace. We're all packed up, so make sure your rubbish is all cleared away. Don't like fires, and no mess is left, and you leave a site as you found it, basically. Well, saying goodbye to another wild camp. Bit wet, but thoroughly enjoyable.